Imagine waking up one morning and suddenly your hands won't stop shaking. A simple task like writing your name, holding a cup of coffee, or hugging someone you love becomes a daily battle. For millions of people living with Parkinson's disease, this is reality. But now, scientists are attempting something that once sounded impossible. They're growing brand new brain cells in a laboratory and transplanting them into the human brain. Could this become the future of Parkinson's treatment? To understand this breakthrough, we first need to understand what Parkinson's disease actually is. Deep inside your brain lives a tiny group of nerve cells. These special cells produce a chemical messenger called dopamine. Think of dopamine as your body's movement messenger. It helps your brain communicate with your muscles. Every step you take, every smile, every handshake depends on these tiny cells working together. But in Parkinson's disease, these dopamine-producing neurons slowly begin to die. As more cells disappear, the brain loses its ability to control movement normally. That's why people experience tremors, stiffness, slower movements, and difficulty with balance. For decades, doctors have focused on treating the symptoms. The most common medication is Levodopa, which helps replace some of the missing dopamine. For many patients, it works remarkably well, especially in the early years. But there's a problem. The medication doesn't stop the disease. It doesn't replace the brain cells that have already died. As time passes, the treatment often becomes less effective, and many patients develop complications. Doctors have also used procedures like deep brain stimulation to help control symptoms. These treatments can improve quality of life, but none of them rebuild the damaged brain. That raised an important question. What if we could replace the lost cells instead? That's exactly what researchers are now trying to do. In this early clinical trial, scientists grew dopamine-producing brain cells from human embryonic stem cells. Instead of giving patients more medication, they carefully transplanted these developing brain cells directly into the part of the brain damaged by Parkinson's disease. The goal wasn't simply to reduce symptoms. It was to replace the cells that had been lost. 8 people with moderate Parkinson's disease received these cell transplants. Over the next year, researchers closely monitored their progress. The encouraging news? Brain scans suggested that the transplanted cells survived in the brain. No tumors were detected, and researchers did not observe serious safety problems linked directly to the transplanted cells themselves. Some participants were even able to reduce the amount of Parkinson's medication they needed. But there's an important point. This was a very small, early-stage study designed mainly to evaluate safety, not to prove that the treatment works for everyone. Much longer follow-up and larger clinical trials are still needed. What makes this research so exciting isn't that Parkinson's has been cured. It hasn't. What makes it exciting is the possibility that one day, doctors may not only treat the symptoms, they may actually replace the brain cells that the disease destroys. Imagine someone diagnosed with Parkinson's years from now. Instead of simply slowing the disease, doctors might someday help rebuild the damaged parts of the brain itself. That idea once belonged only in science fiction. Today, it's being tested in real patients. Researchers will continue following these patients for several more years to see how well the transplanted cells survive and whether they provide lasting benefits. If future studies continue to show positive results, stem cell therapy could become one of the biggest advances in Parkinson's research in decades.
Subscribe now to stay updated with more medical science.